Today, I'm going to explain the topic ethical egoism. Before we get into the topic, first of all, we need to know what is ethics. Ethics are the ideas and beliefs of what is right and wrong. Now, so what is ethical egoism? These are ideas and beliefs which is based on what is right and wrong, based on people's selfishness. So according to this theory, you ought to pursue according to your self-interest. If something is benefiting you, then it is the right thing to do. And if it's not benefiting you, it's wrong. It goes like this. So according to this theory, you need to do what is best for oneself. We don't need to look for others. We just do what is good for us. This theory is opposite of altruism. Now, what is altruism? Altruism is caring for others, the well-being of others. It's selfless. So this is actually the opposite. Now, there are some criticisms by ethical egoism. The first one, it says that continuously putting off one's interests and needs make the person lose self-worth. I'll give you an example before I explain this. Let's take an example of a mother who continuously keeps her interest and wishes everything aside to take care of the interest of the child, everything she does for the child. When the child grows up, eventually he or she moves away, right? They get into their own lives. So what happens? The mother loses her self-worth. She loses the purpose in life. She feels totally lost. So this is what they're saying. This is what the ethical egoists criticize about altruism. And they say ethical egoism is better. You need to take care of your own interest, not of someone else. And the second one, it says, ignoring own interest for the sake of someone else can make the person irritated, frustrated, and angry. Here also, let's take another example. Let's take an example of a wife who continuously sacrifices her wishes and interests for the sake of their marital relationship. And she agrees everything with her husband. So after a long time, what happens? She begins to feel irritated, frustrated, angry. She moves on to depression. A lot of things can happen because when you continuously do things for others, in the end you feel irritated. So this is the second criticism. The third one is that some people become lazy and completely dependent on others. But when you know that things will be done for you always. There are someone to do things for you, then no one cares to do it. So what happens? They become lazy and they're completely dependent. They cannot do anything. They need someone to do things for them. So these are the criticisms by ethical egoists. So according to them, they say that you need to act according to your own interest and you ignore the interest of others. Why do they say that? Because it produces best results for everyone. And they also say that it recognizes values for the individual. But when you do things for yourself, you see your value. Now, we can see that there are three forms of ethical egoism. The first one is psychological egoism. Second one is individual ethical egoism. And the third one is universal ethical egoism. Now, these statements can help you understand these three forms better. Psychological egoism says that I'm going to act in my own interest and I don't care what others do. This shows that men or human are selfish by nature. So whatever I do, I have some motivation or my actions are selfish. Now, the second one is individual ethical egoism. So according to this, it says, you can see the statement, I'm going to act in my own interest and everyone else should also act in my favor. So here, for him, no one else matters. I'm going to do because this is what I like, and you all should do the same because it's what I like. This is what the person is saying. You can see some examples in real life, some bad managers or people, you know, this is the right thing. I know this is the right thing, so you all have to follow my instruction. You can have some husbands and families or some fathers saying that, I know this is the right, this is the thing you have to do in my favor. The third one is universal ethical egoism. Here it says everyone should act in one's own interest. So I do things because it benefits me. You do because it benefits you. So here what happens is that no one is helping one another and there is strong competition. So what happens when there is strong competition? In the end, the stronger one will survive while the weaker one will be eliminated or removed from the competition. This is like the nature's way of survival of the fittest. You have seen the plants and animals evolving, right? The survival of the fittest. The strong ones will survive, the weak one will be removed. Now, all these three forms has its own problems, but I'll explain it next time. So that's it for today. Thank you.